Up next, the ladies of TikTok are saying that men want to be women. No, men want to be over women and not love women.
I get supremely irritated whenever I see those videos like, oh, the men want to be the girls. The men want to be the girls. The men want to go back to the times when it was obvious and overt that men were on top, and women have been deluded. I think because we've grown up in a time where it's normal and expected to see women in the workforce with their own money, able to get their own credit cards, able to make independent choices for themselves. And when women are not able to do so, when women are not well represented in any particular industry, or when women are dealing with sexism, we know how to call that out. Like, any woman of today can look at the lack of women in STEM and be like, okay, like, that is a result of sexism, cultural attitudes that push boys into STEM and tell girls that they won't be good at it, and then the hostile, how that plays out.
You can't have freedom without responsibility. They go hand in hand. If you're going to be able to have the freedom to choose, then you're responsible for your choices. You can't say, I'm free to choose, but society's making me choose this because it's brainwashing me into thinking that. You can't do that.
The workforce, right? And I think because we are so used to the way we're being treated now, which is still not great, but certainly better than what our grandmothers and our mothers had, that we are under this belief that it's easier to mythologize the past and believe that there was ever a time when patriarchy was beneficial, right? So many people on this app have pointed out that
we would not have gotten to modern day humanity without patriarchy. Patriarchy has ruled since the dawn of man.
Girls just want a benevolent patriarchy or benevolent patriarch, where they want the traditionalism and the safety, and they've completely forgotten that, like, women who did not have their own incomes were being beaten, raped, and abused in the house, and there was no social or legal recourse for them to escape. That's why your grandma was with your grandpa, probably not out of love, but because she had no other option. So when I see women complaining about things like, well, men want to be at the club and they want to be all about them. Yeah, it wasn't until very, very recently, babe, when men were expected to share nightlife with women, where women were patrons and not just like appetizers, hors d'oeuvres, or servers. They want to dance on the balconies of the club because that was expected for them to be doing, because the only way your ass would have been in there, 50, 60 years ago, is if you were a certain type of woman who would be treated with absolutely no respect because she showed her ankles. I'm exaggerating a little bit for the sake of the video, but genuinely, and I'm not saying this to pick on her because we're mutuals and I think there's a trust there, but Sidoni uploads a video where she's like, I went to a barbecue and all the men wanted a plate first. Fucking obviously. It wasn't until very recently where, and if you come from a very traditional family, you know this, men are expected to eat first, get the best cut of meat, get the best of everything. Women are expected to eat the scraps. So when you go places and men are standing there and they haven't brought...
Men open up doors, men pull out chairs. Like, what are you talking about? Traditionally speaking, that is crazy. She just making up history. Like, I don't understand. That's not true. Now, yes, of course, the man would get the big piece of meat because he's the one that's going out and working for it, if we're talking about traditionally speaking. But outside of that, it's not like, oh yeah, you just get my scraps. She would give him the biggest piece of meat because she know that that man has been working his ass ragged and is probably starving from all the calories he burned out throughout the day. What is up with her?
Anything to the gathering, and they're just like with their plate. And they're like, me get food first. Me get food over you. Yeah, because that's how it's supposed to work in a traditional world. You should talk to more older women, commune with women who are in their like 70s, 80s, 90s, and ask them, truly, what was it like to grow up like that? Because this whole nonsense idea that like men were going to carry your bags and purses, men would hurt you, first of all, if you made them look feminine like that. Second of all, it's inherently violent. And I should have said this earlier in the video, but it's inherently violent to believe that like women should do all the domestic labor and the child rearing 24/7, 365 days a week in an unpaid position simply because a man is going to work 40 hours a week. I don't care if it's 80 hours a week. That is not...
What type of work are you doing when they're in school? When they're school age, which is most of their child rearing years, from like 4 or 5 to fucking 18. What are you doing then for those hours of the day that they're going, and that man still has to provide for you to survive with? I knew this was rage bait content. I knew that.
The the same type of labor. And so when you see men like, you know, on little rowboat dates and the women are doing all of the serious rowing, he's just sitting there like a princess. Yeah, because that's what patriarchy is. It is forcing an entire gender, 50% of the population, into domestic servitude, telling them to shut the fuck up about it and be happy while men sit there like kings. And that is why patriarchy worked for so long.
So patriarchy was women doing all of the work and men sitting like kings. That's what she's trying, like, she's just making this shit up. She's lying right now. What women want, they want a little bit of both. They want all the best sides of patriarchy while being able to retain the right to choose anything that they want. And the best sides of patriarchy comes with chivalry. Chivalry was the addition to patriarchy. If you are not under patriarchy, then men have no obligation, will, or incentive to be chivalrous. She's trying to take the negatives of how their lives are today with equality and ascribe it to patriarchy as if that's how patriarchy works. No, you're rowing the boat in an equal society. A patriarchal one, that man feels masculine rolling the boat. He don't even want his woman rolling the boat. We know that you don't even have the strength to roll the boat. She's just lying.
As men knew that they couldn't be kings in the world. They could come home and they could have dominion over their wives and children, who were expected to cater to them, again, and I'm going to repeat it, like a king. The men of today aren't little spoiled princesses. They want what their grandfathers have. And because of the gender dynamics today, they can't say it so bluntly, but they want to also be catered to and spoiled. And there has never been a time where women got that. And you are delusional if you think that there was ever a time where men were so kind and so chivalrous. Chivalry was the cope that women swallowed to avoid the psychological reality of the hell that they were living in. That's it. Have a good day. No, actually, one last thing. Part of the reason why tradwife ideology is on the rise is because we, as people who would normally describe ourselves as completely against tradwife ideology, traditionalism, and find those viewpoints abhorrent, are helping everyone else swallow the poison by insisting that men just want to be the girls, and there was a time when girls were ever treated well. I cannot emphasize enough. I want you to go back and look at the time when women did not have financial autonomy, sexual autonomy, when women had no cultural power in this world, where everything that you enjoy, the fact that I'm going to work, the fact that I'm going to swipe my credit card to get myself a little lunch, the fact that I own my own car, the fact that my name is on a lease, the fact that I can invest, all of those things were not possible to me 50, 60 years ago. And that unless you descend from heiresses, every woman in your family line worked and suffered in this way. To then spit in their face, tarnish their memories, and genuinely believe that there was not something horribly fucking oppressive about being born into a labor class simply because you're a woman and knowing that you're expected to serve men your entire life is delusional and insane. Boys are acting like that because, again, they want to go back to a time when things were easier for them, not because they ever cared about you. Stop swallowing the poison. Stop advancing tradwife ideology, even if it's in ways where you might not recognize it, right? It's so fucking annoying. I'm so heated about it. And it's 7 a.m.
I know crazy when I see it, bruh. She gonna get in old age and have no plan for retirement, and is gonna be totally tired of working and blame men for it.
I repeat, these men want to be women. I repeat, these men want to be women. I'm going to scream that to the top of my lungs because I am truly and utterly convinced that these men want to be women. Okay, look how they're operating. Look how they're treating women. Look how they belittle women. Look how they try to humble women. Why? Because they want to be us. They want to be taken care of. They want somebody to cater to them. They want their dinner paid for. They want their feet massaged. They want everything a woman receives. Okay, that's why they envy us so much. That's why they don't like us, because they want to be us. It's literally right there. It's clear as day. Example number 1. Drag queens. Where do you think that originated from? When they start putting their makeup on and stuff like that, why? It was to become a woman. It was to look like a woman. It was to pick up what a woman would be. And then we went to go copy them. They want to be women. What part you guys don't understand? You go to a restaurant. You're looking at the man. He's looking at you. He's not pulling out his card. He don't even want to pay for you. He wants to get picked up when you go on a date. You gotta plan all the dating. You got a plan where you go eat. You got to go plan where you hang out because they can't think on their own.
What boggles my mind is that black women are the one driving force that supported gay shit. Secondly, she's talking about the men that she attract. You keep attracting these ain't shit niggas for a reason.
They don't know where to take you. They don't know how to plan a date anymore. Do you guys see what's going on? The recipe is being lost. I repeat, they want to be women. They want to be women. Wake up. Wake up, because it's really, really a true pandemic right now. Okay? It's a societal pandemic right now. Okay? They want to go to the clubs. And they want to stand in the lounge area. They want to stand on top of tables and just do everything a woman does. Y'all never thought it was interesting or weird that a man would literally sing Sexy Red lyrics?
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, know her full and entire lyrics?
Yeah.
And literally be in the car, like, literally singing it to the top of their lungs like they're a woman?
Yeah, I think that's weird.
Y'all didn't find that weird? Y'all laughing and giggling like, oh my god, that is so funny, that's so cute, he knows the lyrics, my man knows the lyrics. No. They want to be women. What part you guys don't understand, what y'all don't see, that's why the dating scene is so terrible, because they want to be us.
The man that can plan a date, that can give you the female experience that you so yearning for, that chivalry that you miss from back in the day, that man, you call him controlling and a narcissist.
What you got for me, man?
Real, not the deal, my boy.
What you got for me?
Check it out.
Yeah, that's right.
Check me out.
Oh, shit. What you think about that?
Real, my boy. I know what that is.
I'll tell you what. How about you give it to me for free?
Free? I don't do free 99.
Oh, wait a minute, Papa. You know what?
What you doing, man?
Oh, wait, hey. Forget about it.
Get him.
Rubio!
I didn't take no for an answer. Because where I'm from, if you live, you die. And if you die, you're just dead.
What's your names?
Honey.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Why don't both of you put your number in my phone so we can do the boom, boom.
No. Not with that Jerry curl you got on there.
No, wait, hold on. You know what?
No, I'm cool.
You know what? Forget about it. Rubio!
I was a gangster. I was cool. I was ruthless. I didn't let anything get past me. I would kill at the drop of a fedora. My life is not scripted.
So, I need a place to stay. I'm tired of playing these games, okay? What can we do here?
Like I said the first time, I need first and last month's rent.
You need first and last month rent?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me tell you what I got for you.
Not cash. Oh,
Just something to get me started.
okay. Absolutely not. First
Absolutely.
and last month's rent, paid online or a cashier's check. With all of this,
You're not hearing me.
You
know
can
what? You know what? Forget about it. Rubio!
Rubio, you could.
Nah, that was funny. I gotta give him that one. That was pretty clever.
Yeah. Y'all ready? Yeah. What shit is that?
Yeah, nigga don't know how to swim.
Go over there. Come back. Back? Yeah. Come back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. You okay? Yeah, come on.
That nigga back it up.
Man, this is not the show, guys.
Laughing at his ass.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No.
Lifeguard to come save your ass.
No.
Look, he wanna go stunt. Lifeguard had to save his ass. He holding on to that buoy for dear life. They almost died trying to stunt niggas.
What's up? I'm a stud. I like girls, but I think I'm finna start dating men. And let me tell you why. So I've been out here dating, and I just find that I date a lot of these femmes, and it seems like they looking for a parent instead of a partner, bro. Like, and I love spoiling my women. I love paying for stuff. I love taking them on dates and getting them flowers and make sure they're good in every way, make sure they're safe, opening the door for them, all that. I love that stuff. But it seems like I can't get any spoiling in return. Nobody wants to play that role. I'm getting girls flowers, taking them on these crazy dates, and, you know, them real good, you know, at the end of the night, make sure they get home safe, getting them all of this and getting nothing in return. Like, I don't know if girls are fake gay, but they don't even want to, like, they don't even want to F back. Like, they don't even want to back. Like, am like, what? I be trying to ask girls, like, are you gay for real? Like, are you gay? Because you act like, you know what I'm saying? It even come down to the conversation. I be carrying the conversation, asking them questions, figuring out what they like and what they don't like. And they don't ask nothing back. Like, and I asked this one girl, like, why don't you ask nothing about me? And she said, I'm just trying to see for myself. What? Like, if I'm paying for everything, I'm doing all the transportation, I'm initiating everything, the least you could do is a little, or something, or bring me some flowers, walk to the gas station, give me a bag of chips. I'm not asking for a lot, but it seems like I am, because I can't get anything out these girls, you know. And not everything is about this, but if you're not finna do this and make sure that I'm satisfied, then you have to pay for something. You're gonna have to pull up. You're gonna have to give me something, some blunts, some alcohol or something. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, you rolling up every once in a while ain't even enough no more. It's not enough. Like, I need the full experience the same way that I'm giving you. And I just feel like with a man, like, he's automatically expected to do things, put stuff in motion, pay for stuff, all of that stuff. And I know if I had a boyfriend, I would reciprocate his energy and treat him really well, because I have that in me as a masculinely presented person. And honestly, I'm not even masculine. Like, I'm kind of STEM. I like to switch it up. Like, I like to be masc most of the time, but I will put on some lashes and a cute outfit and everything like that. So that part of me ain't feeling the not getting nothing in return. It just got me, like, overwhelmed. And as a giver, I need me a giver, and maybe I just haven't found her yet. But it's making me think, like, maybe I'm on the wrong side, because at least I know with a man I'm supposed to get some type of spoiling, because right now I'm not getting nothing, and it's making me want to switch. So anybody that's out there, let me know if I'm tripping. Studs, am I out there? Y'all feeling like let me know if I'm tripping, bro.
It's amazing how it's not until after they date women that they understand themselves a little bit deeper. Because whether you want to admit it or not, you are part of the feminine race as a human, you know. So, yeah, that's what they do. They jump right back over the men. I think it's that new medicine that they got out right now. It's called tricoxin.
You know, yesterday I did a video about a story time about me going on a date with a younger man. And if there's one thing that you get kind of on, is grown men hating on a female. Like, it's just some lines that you shouldn't be able to cross. Like, your manlyhood should instantly be like, I shouldn't say that. That's probably none of my business. Oh, I'm worried about another. Like, it's just gay and sassy. It's just, I see why. You just sassy with no cause. Just
Now that the world has woken up to these type of ad hominem attacks on men and their sexuality to try and control them into not asking you personal questions that need to be understood, you're starting to see them start to lash out a lot more. You know, that's one thing a woman likes to do, is always attack a man's sexuality, especially if you say something she don't like.
This whole men want to be women thing, I did not realize was actually real. My friend sent me a video of this guy making like a video saying, I'm hot too, I'm not gonna chase. I had no idea guys are making videos like this. Like, I'm a pretty handsome guy, but I'm never gonna sit there and just wait for like roses to be thrown at me or wait for a girl to come ask me out. As a man, I really don't think we should be making content like that. And because of social media, so many guys are focused only on their looks than ever before. Don't get me wrong, I'm really adamant about my appearance. I take care of myself a lot, but it's not something I'm ever gonna lead with. Being a provider, a protector, a problem solver, a pillar of the community, a leader, That's more important. Personally, I feel way better about myself when someone says I know how to process and communicate my emotions, especially when most guys don't know how to do this. Every man needs to work on their emotional maturity. They need to spend time alone to understand who they are and who they want to be. I really hope that more guys work on their emotional maturity, because I've been around some of those guys and I know how shitty that is.
What I would say to him is that I don't think most guys give a fuck about their looks. That is not strictly, but most guys don't care about their looks. That is predominantly a female trait. Most men who are not chasing women are usually just trying to level up, because if women are attracted to you without you having to go chase them, that is a clear indication that you're doing something right in life. So these messages kind of confuse me.
Be cautious of these new men, y'all, because they want to be chased now. They want to be girls so bad, okay? I'm convinced they want to climb in our skin and live within. It's actually pretty disgusting, because they went from wanting us to stay at home, cook and clean, and take care of the children, to wanting us to split the bills, to open their car doors, to wear our skirts, our dresses, our shirts, and our purses. Like, what do we have left? It's actually super weird.
Now, what's weird is how you trying to brush men with a broad stroke, as if gay men aren't the ones that want to wear your dresses, traditional men aren't the ones that want you to stay at home and cook and clean, and modern men are responding to the dating market that says that you're equal, so that means you're equal in all things. They just try and shame you into giving them the best parts of you while they give back nothing.
The men today are a little too feminine for me, baby. The fact that I can't even tell the difference between a straight and a gay man tells you all that you need to know. Why is a straight man wearing pearl necklaces? Why do you have more bracelet than I do? Why are your eyebrows more shapely and perfect than mine? What is going on? Why are y'all walking around carrying a man purse, but it's really just a purse, okay? Now I'm finally starting to see why women have always been into bad boys, or the bad boy image. It's not that we really like bad boys. It's just that they embody masculinity. You know, like they drive fast cars, they have guns, they're not afraid to fight. True masculine energy. That's what women have always been into. But the men today, y'all are a little too zesty and a little too feminine, okay? I'm a girly girl, but I have no makeup on today. It took 10 minutes for me to get ready. These men literally look like they would take hours to get ready. That's not a man to me. And I get it. This is why we need fathers in a home, because a lot of y'all are being brought up and raised by single moms, single women. This is why I don't care if I get along with my child's father or not. He's always going to be in my son's life. Because I'm not about to be having a zesty ass son, okay? No way. No way in hell.
I like her thinking for the most part, I'm not gonna lie. What I will say is that this is what you advocated for. You down with the patriarchy. Down with the patriarchy. Feminism. This is what you advocated for, so this is the other side of that. Men have to respond to the dating market as it is.
Men be liking for a woman to chase him. Let me tell you why. It makes him feel important. It makes him feel wanted. It makes him have a big ego. Everybody asking him, man, you must have put it on her real good, because she following you everywhere. She calling your phone, cussing you out. She coming by your job. And then they get around their homeboy, be lying like they all that. Bro, I put on her so good, man. She won't leave me alone. She won't start following me, bro. She done cuss me out. She done threaten me. And women like that, when you break their heart, they'll take you out of him. Man, you will lose everything behind a woman like that. And the one thing I don't like, these women be in love with these men. That's why they keep running behind them, fussing and cussing, because ain't no telling what he told her in the beginning. And she believed it. And he showed it for a little while, and then all of a sudden he just left her alone and found somebody else. So she wondering, what did I do? And then he won't talk to her. Ain't no telling what he's saying to that woman, and got her spazzing out like that. When you catch a woman crashing out by the man, it's something he did. It ain't nothing she did. He did something to her, and it messed up her spirit, and it broke her heart.
My dog zesty, son. That nigga zesty, bruh. That nigga be talking with his hands and doing all this other shit, dog. That nigga zesty, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga zesty as fuck. Listen, I can't stand these niggas getting on here trying to cape for these women. I can't even call my dog. I ain't gonna even say that. But he do look like he played for the other team. But they are like attack dogs for women. A man that's getting chased, that's because he has demonstrated himself in the world well enough to be exactly what these hoes want. And if he left her ass, which men typically don't do, that woman, like the Bible would say, is scornful. Sometimes a man has to leave and preserve himself because ain't no getting through to her. This fool act like men don't have thousands of conversations trying to reason with women, and because of how they feel about things, they don't want to change and don't want to switch up, and so they get left. Stop with the bullshit. Stop it.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now.
If you made it this far, check out the video we just did where LeBron was sitting in an interview and had to let the women know that these bitches are crazy sometimes and it ain't just the men. Check it out.